So I mean, I kind of listen to the guitar or something like that. So I can't really say, I mean, somebody plays a great guitar.
She conquered rock, country, mariachi, and even opera effortlessly. Linda Ronstadt wasn't just a voice, she was the voice. With over 100 million records sold, 11 Grammys, and a legacy that spans generations, she remains one of the most revered artists in music history. But for Linda, success was never about the charts. It was about truth in music. And her respect? That wasn't handed out easily. Today, we dive into the 6 artists who earned Linda Ronstadt's deepest admiration, and in some cases, even her heart. Stick around. Number 1 on this list will absolutely surprise you. 6. Neville. The voice that changed everything. Before we look back at her early collaborators, we begin with the man who shook Linda to her musical core, Neville. When they first recorded together in the late 1980s, Linda wasn't prepared for what she called a vocal masterclass in emotion. Neville's falsetto wasn't just powerful, it was spiritual. Producer Daniel Lanois recalled how even the session musicians felt a shift in the room when these two began singing. Neither tried to overshadow the other. Instead, their duets became intricate emotional conversations. Linda would later confess that Aaron taught her the difference between singing perfectly and singing with purpose. 5. Dolly Parton. Purity in a rhinestone jacket. Linda was initially skeptical. Could Dolly Parton, pop superstar and media darling, really go deep into traditional mountain music? The answer came quickly during their first session for the trio project. Dolly's intuitive songwriting, her ability to draw songs out of thin air, shocked Linda. She realized that Dolly wasn't just an entertainer. She was a pure vessel for Appalachian roots music. Studio musicians noted how Dolly's relaxed energy softened Linda's own perfectionism, helping her reconnect with her early folk influences. In Linda's words, Dolly taught me that commercial success and artistic integrity don't have to be opposites. 4. Neil Young. Chaos meets Crystal. Neil Young, the unpredictable godfather of grunge, and Linda Ronstadt, the ultimate perfectionist. On paper, they were worlds apart. But that's exactly what made their occasional collaborations so compelling. Linda was drawn to Neil's fearlessness. He didn't care about radio hits. He chased truth. That inspired Linda to break her own rigid rules and embrace spontaneity in her vocal phrasing. Sound engineers recalled how Linda studied Neil's phrasing like a student, trying to bring more natural speech and unpredictability into her delivery. Neil himself once said that Linda was one of the few singers who could make any song sound like it mattered. High praise from a man known for brutal honesty. 3. Jackson Browne. Music, love, and heartbreak. Jackson Browne wasn't just a musical collaborator. He was a romantic flame. Their relationship during the early 1970s was as passionate as it was turbulent. Jackson pushed Linda in ways others didn't, challenging her to explore more politically conscious material. She pushed back, preferring purity of emotion over protest. The chemistry was undeniable. Her rendition of "I Thought I Was a Child" remains one of her most vulnerable performances. Even after the breakup in 1976, Linda continued to record Jackson's songs, testament to her lasting respect for his lyrical genius. "He taught me," she once said, "that a great song is about emotional precision, not just perfect notes." 2. Emmylou Harris. Soul sisters in harmony. Their voices were like puzzle pieces, different shapes, perfect fit. Emmylou Harris didn't just sing with Linda, she taught her.
Emmylou's deep scholarly knowledge of folk and traditional music expanded Linda's artistic understanding.
When they joined forces with Dolly for the trio albums, magic happened. But even beyond that, Linda and Emmylou spent late nights comparing vocal techniques, dissecting Patsy Cline's vibrato or Joni Mitchell's phrasing. Linda once said that Emmylou showed her the fine line between technical brilliance and emotional honesty. Their friendship was built on mutual respect and shared obsession with harmonic perfection.
1. The surprise connection. A bond that changed everything. Now here's the shocker. The artist Linda Ronstadt respected most deeply wasn't a chart topper or cultural icon at the time. It was a musician many wouldn't associate with her, a lesser-known artist whose raw authenticity redefined her ideas about performance.
This connection was transformative, so much so that Linda would model her later career choices on the emotional purity she witnessed in this artist's work. Linda Ronstadt was never about just singing. She was about feeling, about truth, and about respect for the craft of music. She sought out the rare artists who challenged her, elevated her, and in return, she honored them not just with words, but with music that still echoes decades later. And if you love stories about the legends behind the music, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap that bell icon. This is RockFameDiaries, bringing you the untold truths behind the world's greatest artists. Until next time, keep the spirit of rock alive. God bless.